Hey guys, it's Jessica and I am back with another project share, and I wanted to hop on and share this small junk journal that I got done. I know I've shared it a little bit in the past, like that this was a project I was in the process of trying to get done, and I finally did get it done, and it is now listed in my Etsy. And I will link to that below in case you're interested. And before I show you this, I did want to say that I think it's in about 2.5 weeks that a lot of those recipe journal keepers that are in my Etsy shop, that those listings will be expiring, um, and then will be pulled out so I can take them to a local gift shop. So if that's something that you're interested in, just know that that listing will be expiring in about 2.5 weeks, I think is what it's set for. Um, Anyways, so I saw a video probably a month or two ago from Heidi Swapp. And if you are familiar with like stamps and like scrapbooking, Heidi Swapp is a big name out there, and she actually has her own line of stuff. But this video was from like 11 years ago, so it was before I think her stuff was like really big, or maybe it was like right when it got really big. I don't know. Anyways, that's not the point. But she had made a like memory book where it was a spiral bound, but it had a hidden, the spine was hidden, and I just loved the way it looked, and I thought it looked super clean. So I figured it out on a smaller scale, and I ended up making this junk journal. I used paper from Pink Fresh Studio that I got when they clearanced out a lot of their scrapbooking stuff, and so the paper is like really, really nice, and the graphics on it are really pretty. So on the inside, you will notice that it does have a spiral bound spine, and it is basically glued into the book. So it has like easy flippable pages, but then you can't see the spine from the back. Another bonus to having a spine like this is that if you have the right kind of hole punch, you can actually add pages into this. So when you open it up, I have a pocket here that has, it's just a glassine bag, and it has some stickers that you can use wherever you want throughout the book. And then it also has some Project Life cards. And so the paper itself was kind of like vintage floral looking, kind of eclectic. So I went with that when I was embellishing and adding things to it. And then on this front page here, you just have a scrapbook paper that you can put pictures on, and then a tag here that I added a bulb clip and a flower. Actually, it's a felt flower dangle that I made a year or two ago, and I just clipped those in. And I think I've talked about this before, but I myself am not a straight up journaler. So I like to make my projects where it can be used as a journal / memory book, or a primary picture book. So however you would want to use it is, you know, how you would want to use it. But I make them with the idea in mind that it can be used for memories and pictures and journaling. And this is some vintage trim that I got from a creative reuse store. And then over here I have a pocket with a paper clip and then some more Project Life cards. And then I have a card here that I use for some journaling spots and would fit a good sized picture. I have a piece of it's from a vintage like magazine, and so it's kind of like an advertisement piece, and I did have to add paper to the spine because of how brittle and old this paper is. I did end up making a pocket here out of a old canceled check from the 1920s, and I just added some cards and a little journal prompt that says remember this. And then I have a piece of acetate paper. I have another pocket in which I added some vintage notebook paper like that you'd use in school. Then I have an airmail envelope And then I have another page, and I added some of this vintage, it's like trim made out of yarn. And I think I shared this on one of my creative reuse hauls. And then I have another pocket with to-do list. And then I have a spot here that has a Polaroid and it's not glued down all the way, so then you can slip a picture under there. I have a page from a 1940s or 50s, don't quote me on that, it may be 60s, children's book. Then I have a pocket here that has this card and a tag, and then another Project Life card. And then back here we have another another pocket with Project Life cards, and then a blank page, and then this page, this was an embellishment I literally made probably 15 years ago. I've had it with me, it's gone with me from like in 3 different moves across 3 different states, like, yeah, so I decided it was time to finally use it. So it lifts up and you can add a photo there, and then that is the back page. So that is it for my project share today. Oh, I actually did have a question. When I was going through my incompleted projects, I came across these covers that I've made a whole bunch of them. I have Halloween themed ones, I have Christmas themed ones, and then I have these that are all like different colors. So these are shaker pocket covers. And normally I would use them to make some traveler's notebooks, but what I was thinking about doing was, and keep in mind this is a notebook that's not covered or decorated or anything yet, but I was thinking about turning it into more of a memory style journal. So you would have one notebook, and then you would basically have a mini scrapbook that I would make inside of here, that you could capture pictures and stuff with, and then you would have this whole notebook to journal. Is that something that people still like? I guess I tend to get in my own bubble, right? Like, I'm not a straight up journaler, but I do really like memory keeping along with those like funny stories and things that happen. So is this something that you guys would want to see, or do you guys tend to use things like this just straight up as a traveler's notebook / journal? So if you would let me know your thoughts on that, I would really appreciate it, because I'm trying to decide how I want to use these covers that I got done. So that is it for this video, and I will see you next time, and thank you guys so much for being here.